All right, today we're going to dive into the ScaleStack AI Playbook. This is basically a guide for any business owner out there on how to use AI, not to replace you, but to make it your co-pilot, to really help you get ahead of the game. So let's get right into it.
Does this look familiar? Yeah, I thought so. You started a business to build something amazing, but somehow you ended up spending half your life buried in spreadsheets and writing endless reports. It's a super common story, and honestly, it's a massive drain on your most important resource, your time.
But what if you could take all that manual work, all that grind, and turn it into an automated, streamlined process that actually fuels your strategy? Well, that's exactly the promise we're exploring today using the blueprint laid out by ScaleStack AI. Okay, so where do we start? First up, we are tackling one of the biggest time sinks for any founder, financial reporting. We're going to see how you can use an AI tool as your own data co-pilot, letting it do all the heavy lifting so you can actually focus on the big picture. So let's get specific. The challenge here, which ScaleStack CEO Kristen Kazan points out, is that total nightmare of merging data from different places. Just think about it, right? You've got your sales data from Shopify over here, and your ad spend data from Meta way over there. And trying to make them play nice in a single spreadsheet, it's just a manual, error-prone headache. So the solution is actually surprisingly simple. You take a tool like Julius AI and you just upload your raw data files, that Shopify sales report, your meta ad data. You feed them in and then use simple plain English prompts. The AI does all the number crunching and spits out exactly what you need. Clear charts of sales versus ad spend, your marketing efficiency ratio, a whole dashboard, all of it generated in minutes, not hours. And right here, this brings us to our first really crucial point, and you're going to hear this theme again and again. Kristen Kazan makes it clear that this workflow can replace hours of tedious work. That's the magic. But she also gives a critical warning. You have to verify the output. The AI is an incredibly powerful assistant, but it's not a perfect oracle. You are still the expert in the room.
So we've got the number crunching on autopilot. Fantastic. Now let's move beyond the numbers into another area that's absolutely vital for any founder. Communication. I mean, what's the point of having all this data if you can't communicate what it actually means, right?
And here's that next big challenge, which Joe Marino from the ScaleStack team highlights. You need to send a performance update to your investors, or maybe draft some talking points for your next big pitch. This isn't just about spitting out numbers, it's about crafting a professional, coherent message, and that takes serious time and mental energy. This is exactly where a tool like ChatGPT shines. You give it the right inputs, your key metrics like return on ad spend, ROAS, and customer acquisition cost, your CAC, and you tell it your business goals. In return, the AI generates the output. A really well-structured first draft for an investor update, those talking points, or a professional email. It basically gets you 80% of the way there, saving you from that dreaded blank page.
And once again, Joe reinforces that critical warning. The quality of what you get out is completely dependent on the quality of what you put in. If you give it generic prompts, you're going to get generic text. And again, you are the final checkpoint. The AI's fact-checking is not perfect, so you have to be the one to make sure every single number is spot on before you hit send.
Okay, so we've automated reports, and we've drafted our communications. Now we're going to take it a step higher. This is where things get really interesting. It's about moving from just reporting data to building a powerful, strategic story around it.
Now the challenge here, as laid out by ScaleStack's Valeria Salvador, is a pretty high-stakes one. You don't just want to show your investors a chart with revenue going up. You want to tell them the story behind that chart. You want to explain what those numbers really mean for the future of your business.
A tool like Google's Gemini is pretty much built for this. You feed it your core metrics, your revenue, your customer acquisition costs, and you give it some business context. And in return, it doesn't just give you a boring summary. It actually generates what it calls a founder's performance summary. It helps you weave a story about, say, improving your unit economics, and it creates a really powerful narrative for that next funding round.
So you see, the big takeaway here isn't just about saving time. As Valeria's demo shows, this is all about strategic positioning. It's about using AI to help you communicate your vision and your performance in a way that truly connects with the people who can help you grow.
But what if the AI could do more than just summarize the data you already have? What if it could help you find the insights you didn't even know you should be looking for? This is where we get to the final level, using AI as a true analytical partner.
In her demo, Gabriella Bose from ScaleStack shows how you can use a tool like Claude AI for this. You can literally just upload entire spreadsheets and use a prompt as simple as summarize and analyze.
The AI then dives deep into the data and comes back with things you'd normally need a data scientist to figure out. Key business insights, confidence intervals on your forecasts, even data-driven decision matrices to help you weigh your options. It's pretty incredible.
And the ultimate prize here, as Gabriella points out, is that this lets you, the founder, completely bypass that tedious world of complex spreadsheet formulas and pivot tables. It lets you leapfrog directly to what really matters, making smart, strategic decisions based on what your data is actually telling you.
So, we've looked at 4 powerful tools. They can automate your reporting, streamline your communications, craft compelling narratives, and even uncover hidden insights. But through all of that, there is one golden rule that holds everything together.
Just look at the difference here. A raw AI output is often a fantastic first draft. But let's be honest, it can be generic, maybe even a little inaccurate. But the human-enhanced version? That's where the magic is. It's been verified for accuracy, and it's been infused with your unique business context and your voice. You've transformed it from a simple data summary into a polished, strategic narrative. Think of it this way. The AI gives you the starting block, but you still have to run the race. So let's put it all together. Here it is, your entire AI-powered workflow in 4 steps. You start by automating your basic reporting with a tool like Julius AI. Then, you use that data to generate first drafts of your communications with something like ChatGPT. From there, you build a strategic narrative around your performance with a tool like Gemini. And finally, you use an AI copilot like Claude to dig even deeper and find those hidden insights. It's like a ladder, you see. You're moving from just saving time to creating real strategic value. And all of this leaves us with one final, really critical question. As these tools get better and better at handling the what the numbers are, what the report should say, it frees you, the founder, up to focus on the much harder and frankly much more important question, the why. Why did our sales dip last month? Why is this marketing channel blowing the others out of the water? And why does any of this matter for our long-term vision? That is where the human founder can and absolutely must truly shine.